If you're caught in any kind of survival situation in the deep wilderness, you'll be glad to have a gun on you, especially a rifle. Whether it's bagging wild game for dinner or defending yourself from dangerous critters, a survival rifle will be worth its weight in gold. Nearly any gun will do in these situations, but if you live, work, or travel in remote areas regularly, it pays to be prepared with a dedicated gun for the purpose. In this video, we'll be reviewing 7 of the best survival rifles you can get for the task. One of the most polarizing options on the market, the Chiappa Little Badger, looks like some kind of ramshackle pipe rifle from the Fallout universe. This single-shot folding gun is about as primitive, or you might charitably say elemental, as you can make a firearm. The break-action barrel folds back on the basic wire stock for easy storage, and to shoot, all you need to do is pop it open, stuff a round in the chamber, close it, cock the hammer, and then pull the trigger. Despite how janky it looks, the sights are good and the trigger is decent, meaning you can do some okay shooting if you can overcome the downright awkward ergonomics. A cluster of Picatinny rails on the short handguard make it easy to mount a scope or other accessories, though I'm not sure why you'd mount anything besides an optic, and the optional shell holder that attaches to the stock can hold a few spare rounds, though not very securely. The best thing about the Little Badger is the price tag, right around $200, and the fact that it is truly tiny when folded, meaning it is easy to stow. Snag one in your choice of 22 LR, 22 Magnum, or 17 HMR. One of the most elegant and handsome survival rifles on our list, and one of the very best if you are concerned with protecting yourself from large and dangerous predators of the 4- or 2-legged variety. Browning's BLR Lightweight 81 Takedown is powerful, compact, accurate, and elegant. It also has more tricks up its sleeve that distinguish it from nearly any other lever action on the market. For starters, it feeds from a detachable box magazine. Smart shooters know that characteristic alone opens up a whole lot of caliber choices that would otherwise be non-starters in a lever gun with a tubular mag. You can get everything from .243 Winchester to a stomping .300 Winchester Magnum, but my choice is the 6.5mm Creedmoor. The other advantage of the BLR is that it relies on a rack and pinion mechanism to cycle the action. This system has proven to be extremely robust, especially with powerful cartridges like the ones this rifle chambers, and also reliable in harsh conditions. With an overall length of 40 inches and a total weight of 6 pounds and 8 ounces unloaded, it's the heaviest gun on our list by a long shot, but it breaks down right in the middle into 2 assemblies for easy storage and transport. If you simply have to have a full power rifle cartridge but space is at a premium, you've got to check out the BLR Lightweight 81 Stainless Takedown. Like most Browning guns, this is a premium product, and depending on your chosen cartridge, it will set you back anywhere from $1,299 to $1,499. This is bound to be an inclusion that raises some eyebrows on our list, but I'm standing by it. The semi-auto version of FN's iconic and popular P90 submachine gun seems to be anything but a survival rifle at first glance. Depending on who you talk to, it is either a PDW or a close-quarters entry weapon. But I maintain that this unusual gun has several qualities that make it a stellar survival rifle choice. For starters, it is incredibly reliable and durable, and the 5.7 by 28mm cartridge is certainly potent enough for bringing down nearly any animal you might encounter while hunting with a headshot. The fact that it carries 50 rounds in a magazine means that with a single mag in the gun, you've got quite a lot of ammo on tap, and a couple of spare mags will give you a hefty reserve. And even though the gun is already quite compact with an overall length of just 26¼ inches, you can quickly and painlessly separate the upper and lower receiver into 2 groups to make it even smaller. You'll need to prevent the bolt carrier from falling out, but this is easy to do with a carrying case. Considering you've got great controls, excellent capacity, and simple optics integration, I think you'll find the PS90 to be a portable, powerful, and perfect survival rifle if you'll open your mind a little bit. But this is definitely in the Gucci gun category, and you'll have to shell out around $1,900 to get one brand new. We've got 4 more guns to go on our survival rifle roundup, but before we move on, do me a huge favor and click the like and subscribe buttons. Those 2 clicks will really help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks so much, and now let's get back to the guns. One of the very best and oldest products that Kel-Tec makes is one of the best pistol caliber survival rifles you can get. The SUB-2000 is currently on its 3rd generation, and rather than some new aesthetics, the company has actually made great strides in solving some annoying problems that plagued these guns. The handguard has M-lock mounting slots at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and Picatinny rails rails at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. The top rail is extra long to facilitate mounting any kind of optic in any position you want. In the past, that optic could actually be problematic because the barrel folds upward and back over the receiver for storage, and an optic, if not removed, would get in the way. Unless you've got a really good return to zero mount, removing your optic is a great way to lose your zero, and that's the last thing you want in a survival situation. To solve this, Kel-Tec designed the handguard on the Generation 3 SUB-2000 to rotate 90 degrees, providing clearance on the receiver to fold the gun completely in half. The only trade-off is that it no longer has iron sights, though it's possible to mount your own if you want to go that route. Whatever the case, the SUB-2000 feeds from standard 9mm Glock magazines, meaning you'll have plenty of ammo on tap and you won't have to spend a fortune on proprietary magazines. Lightweight, sturdy, and reliable, this folding PCC is a great option as a dedicated survival gun. The retail price is usually around $420. A favorite with campers, hikers, pilots, and preppers, the Savage Model 42 Takedown is an over-under rimfire rifle shotgun combo that quickly breaks down into two assemblies with a push of a button. Both halves stow inside the included nylon carrying case, which is easy to fit in a backpack, under a car seat, or virtually anywhere else. Having the versatility of a 22 LR and a 410 shotgun makes snagging all kinds of game possible and easy, from squirrels to birds and a whole lot more. This kind of versatility is undeniably attractive, but as popular as they are, the Model 42 has some drawbacks. For starters, these guns are fairly notorious for the poor regulation of their barrels. Generally, you can zero the sights to the rifle or the shotgun barrel, but not both. Also, the plastic stock, while advertised as being durable, is actually pretty prone to breakage from harsh impacts. I don't know that I would depend on it to survive a long drop, to say nothing of a hardcore crash. In any case, the versatility and user-friendliness of the gun has certainly won a legion of fans, and if you can't decide between a shotgun and rifle for your survival needs, you won't have to go without either for the Model 42. MSRP is $579. Often still referred to as the AR-7 and previously made by various other manufacturers, Henry is the current maker of this iconic minimalist takedown rifle. A semi-auto 22, the U.S. survival rifle can break down into a handful of component groups that stow inside the bulbous plastic waterproof stock. The barrel unscrews from the receiver via a large knurled nut, while the trigger group and receiver pop off the stock to be stowed inside nesting compartments within. After putting the gasketed butt pad back in place, the whole package will float just in case you drop it or go down in water. It even has space for a spare loaded magazine. Another great attribute of this rifle is how light it is. Unloaded, it only weighs 3.5 pounds, and the stowed package measures just over a foot long. The peep sights are fairly crude but usable, and the lack of a handguard isn't really a practical problem since you can hold the barrel or barrel nut because you aren't going to be plowing enough rounds through it to truly heat it up. All in all, it is a charming, effective, and highly compact rimfire package, but one with a known Achilles heel. Magazines for the U.S. survival rifle and legacy AR-7s are quite fragile whether or not they are loaded, so spare mags must be babied when they aren't locked in place in the gun or in the stock compartment. Pay attention to that and you shouldn't have any problems. The Henry U.S. survival rifle typically retails around $300. I'll bet some of you had a suspicion you'd see a 1022 pop up on this list somewhere, and you were right. I've talked at length in other videos about how great Ruger's 1022 is. Among rimfire rifles, its combination of accuracy, reliability, affordability, and aftermarket parts has seen it ascend to truly stratospheric heights of popularity and success. All of its inherent qualities make it an excellent survival rifle, but a few years back, Ruger introduced yet another variant that truly made it picture perfect. The 1022 Takedown variant easily disassembles into two component groups, consisting of the barrel and forend, and the stock and receiver. The whole thing goes together quickly and easily with just a turn of the wrist, and when needed, the entire rifle can be broken down simply by locking the bolt to the rear and then pulling a recessed lever up front under the forend. Equipped with Magpul furniture, you'll not only enjoy improved ergonomics and extreme ruggedness, but the two halves of the gun will now nest together when disassembled, making storage even easier and giving the stowed package an overall length of just 17 inches. Feeding either from Ruger's proprietary and flush-fit form-fitting rotary box magazines holding 10 rounds or extended magazines holding 20 or 25 rounds, firepower won't be a problem, and you'll have the assurance of a quick and easy follow-up shot no matter the circumstances. An excellent survival rifle in all regards retails for about $530. That covers it for my survival rifle recommendations. Typically, you'll be looking at a rimfire for the job, but those who have to have centerfire cartridges don't have to do without. Speaking of, let me know what you think about the Browning BLR Lightweight. Would you consider it for a dedicated survival rifle, or is it just too much gun for the job? Let's talk about it down in the comments, and before you go, do remember to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos here on Guns You Can't Live Without. That's all I've got for you today, but I look forward to seeing you in the next video.